Boy Childs on the beat, best producer in Louisiana. If you don't believe me, go to his YouTube page and check him out. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with a dollar and a dream. The message for tonight is, you were programmed to not shoot the ball. I need everyone, before this video get played, hit the like button, subscribe to this page. You were programmed to not shoot the ball. I went to my little niece's basketball game. And at the game, you got a lot of girls on the team. And a lot of those girls are scared to shoot the ball. A lot of those girls, they can be open, they'll have the opportunity, but they'll look and they'll pass the ball. And you'll hear people all in the stands saying, shoot the ball! Shoot the ball! And a lot of times they still won't shoot the ball. And I found it amazing because the same parents that's in the stands that's telling the kids to shoot the ball, they won't even shoot the ball in their own lives. I give you an example. You can have an adult that can have a goal or a dream or a vision, but they won't even go after that goal or dream or vision because they're worried about what someone else is going to say. They're worried about not accomplishing a goal or dream. You can have an adult that can say, hey man, I want to start my own business. I want to, let's say a woman can say, I want to start a cupcake business, a restaurant, either or. But they won't start it because they're like, man, what if it fails? Their whole mindset is, what if it fails? Now sit there and let that sink in. You're at the game telling your kid to shoot the ball. They're not shooting it because they don't want to miss it. But in your life, you want to start that business. And what if I'm telling you to shoot the ball and you won't even start your own business? Think about it for a second. You were programmed to not shoot the ball. Because in your life, right, you went off what the people before you told you. So you can have your great-grandfather, okay? And your great-grandfather, let's say that he didn't go after his dreams, okay? Then you can have a grandfather. Your grandfather didn't go after his dreams because he was in survival mode. Then you can have a father, right? Your father, he had a little bit of opportunity, but he didn't go after his dreams, right? But your father will talk to you and he will teach you to, hey, be realistic, right? And get a job and take care of your family, right? But you can't listen to that because the opportunity in this day and age is way better than what it was when your dad was younger, was way better than when your grandfather was younger or your great-grandfather was younger. So what happens is we take information of people way older than us, but the problem with that is because of racism and because we were being oppressed before, you didn't have the same opportunity. In this day and age, you can do whatever it is you choose to do. So what's stopping you? You, because you won't shoot the ball. You see this every single day in life. Every single day. People have so many opportunities. They can be whatever they choose to be. But you know what they do? They won't shoot their ball. Because they're worried about everybody else. They're worried about missing the shot. But let me ask you a question, right? How many points do you make if you never shoot the ball? Okay? Let me ask you another question. How many points can you make if you take 10 shots? Let's say you missed 9, but you made 1, right? So I took 10 shots, you took none. I made 1 out of 10, you didn't shoot the ball. Who's gonna win? Who got a better chance of winning, me or you? Me. Why? I took a shot. Your life is all designed on you taking chances. And we were programmed in our community to not take chances. We was programmed in our community to be safe, to be cautious, to be secure. The problem with that is we're not living in that day and age anymore. We're living in the day and age that you can do whatever you put your mind to. So what's stopping you? There's nothing that's stopping you but you. People are scared to take a chance. You have people every single day can do whatever it is, but they won't take a chance because they're worried about missing the shot. They're worried about failing. That's what they do their whole life. They go into the world and they're saying, you know what? Dog, I really can be a nurse if I put my mind to it, but you know what? It's a chance I fail, so I ain't gonna try it. You have somebody saying, you know what, man? Dang, I wouldn't mind being a husband to a woman getting married, right? But you know what? Man, I ain't gonna get married to that woman because she'll take all my money. We'll get a divorce. Instead of sitting there saying, but dog, why couldn't it be at the end of the day that the two of y'all can make things happen and y'all can live together happily ever after? See, that's a different mindset. But what are you programmed to think? The worst, the negative. You're always programmed to think the worst. You're not programmed to think the best. So you can be talking to someone and you can tell someone, you can say, listen, at the end of the day, you can never make the shots you don't take. You know what somebody else will tell you? This is what someone else will tell you in this day and age. They'll say, but you can never miss the shots you don't take either. You see that thought process? That's how a lot of people think. They're programmed to think the worst. They're never programmed to think, man, but what if I take a chance and it actually works? The person that take the chance, they have the best opportunity to become successful in life. Why? Because they took a chance. Greatness is in everyone. It's in you. You have to find a way to get that out of you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Normally, you're not able to quite do it by yourself. So what happens is you have to have parents that help and push you. You need a mentor that can help and push you. Friends that can help and push you. See what I'm saying? You need people around you that can help you get that greatness out of you. Because I believe it's in everyone. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your background is. Greatness is inside of you. And if you look throughout life, greatness has come from all type of people, all shades and colors. Greatness has come. And those people, all those people had to take a chance. So a lot of times people say, there's a statistic that says, at the end of the day, if you're born in this world poor, you will die poor. If you're born in this world of the middle class, you will die in the middle class. That's a narrative that most people say. But you know the reason why it is true? Because they know most people will not take a chance. Most people won't take a chance. They'll spend their whole life doing the same thing. They'll never ever take a chance. Nipsey Hussle, he has a song. I love this song. It's one of the top 5 greatest songs ever made to me. Called Young Nigga. And in this song, there's a certain line he say when he say, I'm gonna do it the best way I can because it's not perfect, but he say, your whole life you've been going after a dream. He say, but then you dedicate your life towards your goal. And then you finally realize that you're great. But you've been the whole time. That's a slap up in the face. And that line is so deep to me because you've been great your entire life. But then you finally start to realize your greatness. After all of those years, you finally realize your greatness. 30 years later, 40 years later, 20 years later, you finally realize, like, hold on. I had this in me the entire time. And now I'm just starting to see it. I'm 38 years old. I didn't really realize that I was great. I had it in me until I was around 35 years old. Around 35 years old is when I started realizing that I can do way better than what I'm doing and actually believe it. I used to think, man, I work at my job until I'm 60, 65, retire, have a 401k, and call it a day. And then when I got around 35, my life started to transition. I started to look at life different. I started to take a chance. And the first chance I took that was huge, was that when I first started to be a barber, I had to pass out business cards. And I'm an introvert, so I'm not a person that just run up in people's face, talk to people. I'm a person that stay to myself. And there's a lot of people that's known me, and they'll tell you that gonna watch this video that knows that, man, he's a person that don't really talk to too many people. But I had to get out of that shell in order for me to become a successful barber. So what happened is I had to look in the mirror and say, listen, if you're gonna make this happen, you have to come out of what's in you. You have to release that. And when I started releasing that, my clientele started growing, and then I started my own clothing brand. These things would have never got started if I never would, at the end of the day, took a chance, took a risk, took a gamble. Don't worry about missing. Just go after it. I'm speaking right now, and there's a lot of people that's gonna watch this video. 3 years ago, you couldn't have paid me to do what I'm doing right now. But you know what happened? I knew I had to take some chances and go after my goals and dreams. I knew I had to do something different than what I was taught. Because I was taught to be conservative. I was taught to be laid back. I was taught at the end of the day to do the bare minimum, do the status quo. And I had to put myself in a position to grow and to elevate, take chances. And you know the sad part about what I'm speaking about right now? You have people that are going to be in their 50s, their late 40s, their 50s, their 60s. And they're going to be at a point where they never can ever say that, you know what, I went after my goals and dreams. And you know the sad part about it? They didn't go after their goals and dreams because they refused to shoot the ball. Let that sink in. The ball was in their hand. They refused to shoot it. You're going to see so many people that say, man, you know what, man, I always want to start me a restaurant. Why you didn't start it? Man, the situation wasn't right. No, you wouldn't shoot the ball. That's why. You have people lives. They're going to be 50, 60, 70 with regrets. You know why they got regrets? Because they refused to shoot the ball. You're going to have women, okay? Men also, but I'm going to speak to women for a moment. They can be amazing wives. They can be amazing mothers. But they'll never be the wife they should be or the mother they should be. You know why? Because they're going to be the person that's worried about a man cheating on them or worried about a divorce. So they won't even shoot their ball. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to end up dying alone. Why? The greatness was inside of them. They had the potential to be great and to get what they wanted out of life. But because they were so scared to try, they don't die alone. You have women that want to be nurses, want to be doctors, want to be judges, want to be policemen. They have the ability to do anything they choose to do. But you know what's going to happen? They're not going to even take their shot. They're going to say, well, I don't have enough time. Or when the kids grow up. All the excuses they can come up with instead of just shooting the ball. Don't worry about missing it. You have some of the most brilliant men and women that you're going to see every day in your life. And they'll never become successful because they will not even try. They won't take a chance because they've been programmed throughout their lives to be cautious. I ain't gonna get married because I can get a divorce. But you know what's the problem with that thinking? But you'll end up dying alone. So what's the difference? Let's say you try. You have a 50% chance of it working, the marriage working, a 50% chance of it not working. Okay? Or you can not try and die alone, which is a 100% chance. Think about that for a second. Think about starting a business. You want to start a business, right? You got a 50% chance he can win, 50% chance he can lose. Or you can not start a business and work for somebody the rest of your life and have nothing to show for it. Think about what I'm saying. Why? Because you will not shoot the ball. But you'll be at the game with your kid, watching your kid hoop and telling them, shoot the ball, you open. But you've been open in life for the last 30 years and you won't try. You have the ability to do anything you put your mind to, but you refuse to put your mind into going after your goals and dreams. You won't even try. You have so many people that say, man, I want happiness. Okay, that's cool, you want happiness. What shot you gonna take in order for you to get it? Well, I'll wait till next time. Or I'm waiting for my happiness to come to me. Your happiness will never just come to you. You have to take shots, make shots in order for your happiness to come to you. You have dreams and goals and you want things, you have to go after what you want. Think about this for a second, right? When you find a woman, right, that's a wife, you know what happens? She ain't waiting on a man to marry her. She's going after the man that she wants to marry her. She's going after that. That's truth. As a man, you want to think about it. You want that beautiful woman. And you want that woman, right, to be your wife. You want to start a family with that woman. What would you do? Think about it. Man, I want that woman. I'm going to go pursue that. I'm going to go get that. What if she turn you down? Man, I don't care, man. Shoot, I might as well try anyway. Shoot, I lose. I miss every shot I don't take. Every shot you don't take, you miss it. So when you go start taking shots in your life, taking chances in your life, stop being so conservative. You were told to be realistic when you was younger. People told you at the end of the day, hey man, forget that goal and that dream. You need to find a way to pay these bills. So what happened? You start going after your goal and dream. You start taking a shot. Why? Your dreams are realistic. If you put your mind to them, they're realistic. Do you got to work hard? Yes, you got to work hard, but they're realistic. You can have people in this society, okay, older people, right? They made all the mistakes that they wanted to make when they was younger. They made their mistakes. But you know what they want to do nowadays? They want to talk about the younger generation. And they want to talk about the women and say, oh man, women wasn't like that back in the day. Man, you a lie. The same stuff these women doing now, y'all were doing back then. Women were doing it back then. But they don't want to have grace and tell these young girls, hey look, I made mistakes. But guess what? You can get what you want out of life. Shoot the ball. You don't have to do what you're doing. But what they want to do, act like they just got everything right. No, you didn't. Women and men. Men didn't get it right either. Men were messing up just like women. They were. And they go around acting like, oh man, shoot, I got it right. So now you teaching the younger generation not to take a shot. Let them take a shot. Let them shoot it. Let them miss. I remember when I was in my mid to late 20s. And I was wild and I was in the club. Man, every weekend I was in the club. And my mom, she's a very religious woman. And my mom came up to me and she said, son, I said, mama, I ain't feeling right. I said, I know I ain't living my life right. I know I'm out here in these streets. I know I'm in the club. I know I'm wilding, Mom. I feel guilty. And my mama said, son, just keep going to church. My mom could have sat there and she could have judged me. She could have told me, oh man, me back in the day didn't act like this. She didn't do none of that. All she said was just keep going to church. You'll get it. And I kept going to church. And slowly but surely, my life started to turn around. Why? Because my mama told me to keep taking the shots. My mama didn't tell me, hey, stop what you're doing. She knows she did. She said, just keep living. It'll change. Trust me. Because see, then she knew I wasn't getting it right. And she knew I wasn't getting it right. But she kept telling me, keep shooting because you'll start making it. And now, man, you really can't pay me to go to a club. I ain't trying to go to no club. I live a modest life. My life changed. Now I go after my goals and dreams. When I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about my dream. When I get ready to go to sleep at night, I'm thinking about my dream and goals. And see, that's the problem in this day and age. You're programmed to not shoot the ball. I'm going to shoot the ball. And see, what happens in our lives, we have to get past what our parents taught us. And I'm going to tell you why. Because your parent didn't have the same opportunity that you have. So because they didn't have the same opportunity, guess what's going to happen? They're going to teach you survival mode. But right now, we're in thrive mode. You ain't got to be in survival mode this day and age. At the end of the day, you pretty much can do whatever it is you choose to do with your life. What's stopping you other than you shooting the ball? Nothing. Nothing. You just refuse to shoot the ball. But start shooting the ball and see what happens. I bet you start making a shot here and there. You might miss 20 shots before you make one, but guess what? You still made one. Now what? You're further in life. Think about that for a second. You're further in life because you just took a shot. And see, that's the problem. Like I keep saying, the older generation not telling the younger generation, keep shooting the ball. You ain't getting it right now, but keep shooting. You'll get it right. And then we try to not encourage any dream or goal. You can have a black man that can be an astronaut. Black man can be a scientist. Right? Or he could be the doctor of a prestigious hospital. The lead doctor. Right? But guess what we do? We tell them, nah, man, be realistic. Or we tell them, have a plan B. Why? What you need a plan B for? Your plan B getting in the way of your plan A. But why did the older people tell you that? Because they were programmed to be safe. They were programmed to be safe. So at the end of the day, what happened? You was told, hey man, don't take any chances. And in my life, I learned to take chances. I was once married and I got a divorce. But guess what? I want to be married again. I'm working to start a family. That's what I want. I can easily say, man, I took that shot, I missed it, man, I ain't shooting no more. No, I'm going to shoot again. Why? Because I missed the shot? What that mean? I missed one. I learned from the shot I missed. I practice. I get better. Then what I do, I try it again. I'm a way better man than I was when I first got married. Way better man than I was in that marriage. Way better man. Life change. Mindset change. Mentality change. Why? Because I kept shooting the ball and I'm still shooting it. I'm still shooting it. I'm not a person that's scared to take a chance. I once was. For 35 years I was scared to take a chance. But in this day and age, right? I'm telling you the shots I missed for a reason, so that you take them shots and start worrying about what other people think of you. You got a person like Steve Harvey been married 3 times. And you know what most people do? They'll talk about him and say, how he gonna say something? He been married 3 times. Hold on for a second. He took 3 shots. He missed the first 2, now he made the 3rd. You ain't gonna give him props on that? But then you'll sit there and give a person credit they ain't never been married, never got divorced. How? You never took a shot. You never took a shot. You gotta respect a person that say, you know what, I missed my first 2 shots and I took a 3rd shot? How you don't respect that? I'm still trying to make the shot? You respect that? But we're so used in our lives to where if anyone does something wrong, go against it. If anyone does something, if they don't make the shot the first time, they shouldn't shoot anymore. So what you tell me, if I was in a basketball game, right? You pass me the ball, I shot the ball, my first shot, I missed it. Rest of the game, I ain't shoot. Y'all say, well, what happened? I say, well, I ain't want to shoot the ball no more. Y'all say, well, hold on for a second. You only missed one shot, but I say, well, hold on for a second. But what if I were married and I got a divorce? Should I shoot the ball again, or should I just end there the rest of my life, don't take a shot? Well, when you missed your first shot in basketball, you never took another shot. Would you look at that person crazy? Yup. You would say, listen, man, things gonna happen. Mistakes gonna be done. You learn from the miss. You get a divorce, you learn from the divorce. If you take a test and you don't pass it, guess what you do? You learn from the test. You have people that take tests, don't pass the test, they fail the test, right? They might fail about 1 point. What do? Do you sit there and try again? Or do you sit there and duck the test? Think about that for a second. You might fail the test by 1 point. What do? Do you sit there and say, you know what? Hey, I missed it that time. I tried again. Let's say you tried again and you might miss it by 2. What do you do then? Do you say, well, I missed 2 shots, so I'll never take the test again? Or do you sit there and say, hey, guess what? When the next test, when is the schedule for the next test so I can go ahead and take it? Think about what I'm saying to you. See, we're programmed in life to where if you fail at something 1 time, don't do it again. If you try twice and it don't work, don't try it again. But you know me, I'm different. Hey, how many times I gotta take this? How many times I gotta take this test? I'm gonna pass the test. And I've been told the teachers, hey, look, you're gonna get tired of seeing my face, because every test that's lined up, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take every test that's lined up until I pass it. Trust me, I'm gonna pass it. I was a barber. There were several times I messed up haircuts my first 2 years. Because I wasn't a good barber at first. I wasn't. But you know what I did? I stayed in the shop. I wanted to quit, didn't quit, kept going. I kept going, I kept going, I kept going. Guess what happened? I got a little bit better. And I got a little bit better. And I got a little bit better. But you know what happened to most of us in the black community? Right? You get better, right? You might fail the first time, and now that's the time for you to get better. But you know what you do? You quit because you failed that test. You quit because you got that divorce. You quit because your business failed. Instead of taking all that knowledge from when their business failed and sitting there saying, you know what? We're going to try this business again. But we're going to try a different business in a different area. I have my own clothing brand, right? But if this brand fails, you know what I'm going to do? Start another business. Start another business. Start another business. Why? Because I'm going to keep taking the shots, because if I keep shooting it, trust me, one going to go in. Think about it. When you look at LeBron James, he failed in the 2012 finals. 2012 finals, he choked. He played horrible. Kobe Bryant shot air balls. Air balls in his first playoff. Shot air balls. Think about it. Michael Jordan, he went 6 seasons before he even got to the championship. Is it 6 seasons or 8? 7 seasons, I apologize. Before he won his first championship. That means he missed 7 different times before he got the first one. Tom Brady, he had a perfect season and lost in the Super Bowl. If he'd have won that last game, that'd have been probably the greatest team ever. But lost. But guess what happened? He came back and won another 2 Super Bowls. 2 or 3. But see, when you see greatness, all you want to see is the wins. You don't look at the losses. Everyone that's great have a lot of losses. I promise you. There's nobody that's great that don't have losses. The only people that don't have losses is the people that's not great because they don't try. The only people that don't miss shots is the ones that don't take shots. If you pass me the ball and I hold the ball in my hand the whole game, I never shoot, I'm wide open, or I pass it. What's my shooting percentage? 0. It's 0. I never took a shot. You have to take shots. When you look at the successful business owners, do you know how many businesses that normally failed before they finally got on? It's ridiculous. Everybody failed that's wealthy. Everyone failed that's in a successful marriage, I promise you. I promise you. Even at the end of the day, if you somebody sit there and say, well, we never got divorced, you might not got divorced, but I guarantee y'all went through so much in that marriage. I guarantee you. Those are shots that's taken, and what you do, y'all learn from them. Your life is all determined on what you learn. And if you live your whole life being cautious, I can tell you right now, you're going to be in for a world of trouble. So, at the end of the day, the whole purpose of this speech is that you've been programmed to not shoot the ball. You've been programmed to not take chances. You've been programmed to lose. Because how can you win when you don't take a chance? In any sport, in basketball, you got to make a shot to win the game. In football, you got to score a point to win the game. So get out of that method of being safe and take a couple chances. Go after your goals, your dreams, your visions. Take chances. Take chances, take chances, take chances. Stop worrying about the failures that happened in your life. Stop worrying about the failures that happened in your life and move on. Forgive yourself and move on. And shoot the ball again. It's okay that you didn't get it right the first time. Learn from your mistake. That's cool. You took a shot, you missed it. Okay? What we gonna do now? Whatever mistake you made, let's learn from the mistake. Let's get better so we can start making shots. Because the only way we're gonna make the shot is if we keep taking the shot. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with $1 and a dream. I would like for everyone to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page. Also, who is Chives on the Beat? This is the best producer in Louisiana. If you don't believe me, go to his YouTube page and check him out. My name is Sidney Combs. I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with $1 and a dream. And one thing in life, we have to get to a point of stop being scared to miss shots. Stop being scared to fail. Failure is a part of life, but you learn from the failure. You learn from it. At the end of the day, if you get fired from your job for not handling business, you don't tell yourself, I'll never get another job. What do? You learn from your job. I got fired from a job for being late. You know what that taught me? I learned the lesson. Okay, I need to be on time. I was like, 20 years old, I got fired from the boat. But you know what I did? I had to learn. And I got better. Right? I got a divorce. But guess what's gonna happen? In the next marriage, I'll be better. I'm still gonna take the shot. I'm not gonna stop taking a shot because it didn't work. My clothing brand, if this doesn't work, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna start another business. Why? That's what winners do. See, losers, once they lose, they don't wanna try no more. They're done. I got a divorce, I don't wanna get married again. I failed the test, I don't wanna take the test again. Come on now. But what a winner gonna do? Guess what? The first time I took the test, I failed it by 5. The second time, I failed it by 3. Okay, I'm doing a little bit better. Let's do it again. I failed it by 1 next time. Okay then. Shoot, that means I gotta pass it this time. I'm getting better every single time. Stop being scared of failure. You out there screaming at your child, shoot the ball. But when you gonna shoot the ball in your life? Shoot the ball in your life. Thank you.